In this week's Parsha, we find Yaakov on his deathbed, and the Ramban explains that Yaakov was having a hard time requesting of Yosef that he be buried in Eretz Israel, since his own mother had not been buried there. And it states that Rachel died by me in the land of Canaan on the way, when there was but a kibrat of land to come in Ephrat. And I buried her there on the way of Ephrat, which is Beit Lechem. Now it seems that Rachel was just kind of tossed away. It almost seems unfair. But in fact, it was HaShem who had directed Yaakov to bury her on the way. Of course, HaShem, knowing what would happen in the future, tells Yaakov to bury her so that when the children of Israel go into exile, her neshama would come out by the cave and greet them there, and her tears and her weeping would help Am Yisrael in the future, as it states in Yirmiyahu 31:14-16. Thus says HaShem, a voice was heard in Ramah, lamentation and bitter weeping. Rachel, weeping for her children, she refused to be comforted for her children because they are not. Thus says HaShem, keep your voice from weeping and your eyes from tears, for your deed shall be rewarded, says HaShem, and they shall come back again from the land of the enemy. There is hope for your future, says HaShem, that your children shall come back again to their own borders. Amen. Now, ironically, you would think that when Hashem comes to choose someone to comfort Am Yisrael during their future exile, he comes and he chooses a woman, and in fact he chooses Rachel. But Rachel is chosen because of the fact that she really was the catalyst to forming Am Yisrael through her selflessness, especially during the time of Leah, and Lavan was trying to trick Yaakov. It was Rachel who, in her selflessness, gave up her position as the first wife to her sister in order that she should not be embarrassed. And in fact, in doing so, Leah starts to become the mother of the tribes. But it was Rachel's doing that really facilitated this into action. And Rashi in Yirmiyahu 31:14 states, our ancestors went to appease God before Menashe's sin of having brought an idol into the sanctuary of the temple. None of their pleas had any effect until Rachel entered and said before Shem, Master of the universe, the Rabbano Shel Olam, whose mercy is greater, yours or the mercy of people of flesh and blood? Isn't your mercy greater? However, didn't I bring a rival into my house? All the years that Yaakov worked for my father, he only worked for me. When I came to enter the chuppah, they brought my sister in my place. Not only did I keep silent, I even handed over my secret signs. Likewise, you, if your children brought your rival into your house, keep silent to them. And Hashem answered her, you have defended your children beautifully. There is a reward for your deed in righteousness, that you handed over your secret signs to your sister. So we see here that once again, it is a woman, Rachel, our matriarch, who is coming to the rescue and really appeasing Shem. And Hashem really listening to her point of view and her argument, and he agrees with her, and thus he is appeased. This is very remarkable because Rachel is really teaching us that really it's not just lip service, it's not just what we say, but it is also what we do that Hashem is looking at. And in fact, Am Yisrael enjoys the zechus of her self-sacrifice during these times. And it is a tremendous zechus that has lasted with us throughout a millennia. You can follow this series, A Woman's Worth by Devorah Esther, on YouTube at Gimel Dalet 777. Click subscribe to be notified. If you've enjoyed this video or know someone who would, please share it. Tzikku l'mitzvot.